Hello, 10K, you there?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, buddy. All right, let's get this started. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just go for it.
I play my quick little intro and we'll get right into it.
All right. Is it live now? Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, we are here today. Jekyl reactions live red carpet interview with 10K. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all good, bro. How are you doing?
I'm doing swell, doing swell. How's the Rona situation there in the UK and specifically your part of the area?
It's shit. Yesterday it went up by 17,000 in 24 hours or something. I don't know.
Jesus, did they ramp up the testing or something, or is it just more people just
Uh,
coming down with it? Because I
Depends
know
who you
here.
talk. Some people would say it's getting close to US election day.
Oh, those are the conspiracy theorists out there. Yeah, our
Yeah.
presidential election is hindered on the UK's Rona rate.
Mm.
But like here in Mesa County, ours went up like astronomically, but we also tested more in one day than we ever had before. So that kind of goes hand in hand. That's why I was asking. And what kind of impacts has it had? Like as far as you and your music recording and stuff like that, has it been a big impact, not a inconvenience, or what?
No, it's been absolutely fine. Yeah, because even when the whole country was on full lockdown, um, you were still able to do essential travel, and my recording studio is in Ironic's apartment. So
Okay.
yeah, so I was still able to do it.
Nice. And you and Ironic been working together for a while now. How did you guys come to find each other and start working? Like I know he's always been one of your like he's always been not a mentor, but he's been an idol to you, and then you finally got a chance to work with him, and you guys have just been doing one after another, just fire tracks. How did that happen?
Yeah, so basically, he came back from a long time off, and I missed it somehow, and I was like one of and everyone has that one artist that they go crazy for when they're young, and it
Yeah.
was like that for me. And then um, basically, I randomly come across a song with Ironic and K Coke, and I was like, and it said a year ago. I was like, wait. So I screenshotted it, put it onto my Instagram. I was like, holy shit, Ironic's back. Time to get my wallet out or something like this. And he, obviously when you mention someone in your story, it goes to their DMs,
Yeah.
and he hearted the mention, and I was like, I've got his attention.
That's
So
like
I
one of
just
the
wrote
best
this
feelings
massive.
ever.
So I just like wrote this massive fanboy message about like how much I used to love his music and I'm happy he's back and blah blah blah. And then right at the end, I was like, if you'd be down to work, let me know. So I sent him some stuff over. He said send me some stuff, so I sent some stuff, and then he hit me back up and said, yeah, let's do it. And then it was kind of just this really distant talking for a little bit. Um, but then I pushed my luck once I got the verse because I waited till I got the verse, and then I was like, oh okay. Um,
Good move. Good move.
yeah, and then I was just like, right, let's get a music video in. So I pushed the luck to actually meet him, and he was like, yeah, I'm down, and we met, and we just kind of clicked straight away. Like it was like we was best friends from childhood, and we'd just seen each other for the first time in ages. Like we just messed around on set. We had a really good time, and at the end of it, he was like, you got he's like, yeah, we should do something again. And I was like, yeah, all right. And then we stayed in touch and talked, and yeah, and then he was like, he messaged me some criticism on a song, and he was like, you just need better production. He said, come to me, I'll do it for you. And so I've been going to him since. And then
Nice.
obviously as I'm going through ideas in the studio with him, and he's like, this is a really dope idea. Like, and then obviously I'm like, oh yeah, do you want to jump on it, blah blah blah. So yeah, it kind of just went like this.
Nice, man. It's always one of the best feelings when you have an idol, or not necessarily an idol, just someone you look up to, and you put them in a story and they hit the like button. It's just the best feeling ever as an artist.
Yeah.
Has anybody not as popular as you been in like, say you're an iconic spot? Has anybody said that to you yet? Like, oh, you've always been a big inspiration to me. I never thought you'd like anything, or even respond to me.
Yeah. Actually, there's a guy called Curvy. He's an Australian rapper. I did a feature for him before. He says this a lot to me. I don't understand why. Um, but he does. He says it a lot to me. He goes through some tough times, and I sit and talk to him about it and stuff, and try and help him out. But yeah, he always says a lot of nice things to me. He's a good one.
Nice. I know when Blindsight and you agreed to be on my first track ever on YouTube. Like, I was humbled by that. Like, you guys were already on the platform doing your thing, already had your name out there, and then when you guys both said yes to a guy who didn't even have a track on in the public eye, I was like, holy shit, I gotta come with something, and I came with it, but my production was shit, so I kind of fucked that track up. But I still am. I'm still to this day grateful to you and Blind, and because of that, I will always be 100% got your back no matter what.
Thank you.
And then
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good, and it started like some big things, so that was good.
yeah, and it's not just that. Like, mine and your relationship over the past over a year now has grown, and not just because of that start you gave me with Blindsight, but because you become my brother through multiple conversations. And so, yeah, I've always got your back no matter what, man.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see. What if you can speak on any of it? What are any projects you got working on right now?
so. I'm currently working on an album that's going to be dropping in June. I
Any
don't
any
have the official date, but it should be around the 27th of June.
any big features on
Um,
that?
there will be two big features, but I don't know who they are yet. But they will be, because I've got companies now working beside me for this
Nice.
release. Yeah, one of the companies have said they're going to pay for two big features. Now, I don't know what defines big, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So we don't know what that is. But yeah, so basically, I'm working on this album. There's going to be many music videos as well for the tracks on there.
Nice.
So now my music's kind of on hold on my channel for a second, just why I pump through this. It's going to be a 16-track album, and yeah, I've got a lot of music videos to shoot, lots of articles, and all sorts of crap. But yeah, there should be some big things happening next year.
Nice. What was the? I haven't linked up with you in quite a while now. No, that's my fault. What are some? What was the reception to your cipher that you put together? Was it a positive review? Was it mostly positive, some negative, or it was mixed?
Yeah, I only got good feedback, and the artists seemed to get a lot of good feedback as well. There was a lot of reaction channels that kind of jumped on it really quickly.
Nice.
Um, So I think we was lucky because it dropped to the same time as Screw Cipher, unintentionally. His dropped the day after ours, I think. And so what I did, because the ciphers were similar, is that I just put Screw in the tag as well. And then it brought a lot of his traffic over. And yeah, the
Nice.
reception of it was really good because everyone left his cipher feeling like it was shit, basically. And then mine was recommended to them, and they got something better.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
and I've got quite close to the artists on there as well. So, for example, I've already done a song with Zilla. I've done a song with Messiah as well. And Messiah actually came to my video shoot that was on Sunday because it was shot in his city. So
oh,
he came
nice.
down, he stayed for the whole shoot, and we just hung around and stuff. Yeah, it was nice.
Well, I don't really look at it as you stealing Screw's viewers, because
Oh,
I
that's
mean
definitely why.
he stole our cipher's name, so tit for tat, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was trying to link up with you, but I kept forgetting, and I was gonna ask you what you thought about that offline. Like, hey, did you hear Screw stealing our cipher's name? Like,
Yeah,
I'll be honest. The first two weren't the greatest, but we put a lot of low level people on there, myself included, and we got their name out there a little bit. We had people meet each other. I think great things came of it, even if it didn't
yeah,
sound the best.
exactly.
And you've done a lot for the underground community when it comes to bringing people together. Is there any notable, um, I guess, two people meeting that come to mind? I don't have a better terminology for it, but
Um, I don't know. There's many things really because like you have to think it's because of that group that we created that the asylum got created. That only exists because of our groups. Um, for example, We Scheme was just doing music and he was talking in that chat saying like, "Hey guys, what do you think? I want to do something." I was like, "Just get on the reactions," because it was the same time I was doing my reactions, and I remember saying to him, "Just do some reactions, but stick to yourself. So like, only do like the crazy stuff." Yeah, and he did. He went away and did that, and he blew up.
yeah,
And so that's another big thing that happened from there. Reaper got a lot of traction from his Dax diss that happened because Dax spoke out was outspoken in that group. He got like mentioned in the Crypt video and some other things as well. But yeah, like yeah, just so many mad things happened that I've been able to say that I was behind the back of like for quite a lot of it. So it's pretty cool.
we got a question from Madhatter who wanted me to ask you because he's at work right now, so he can't attend to live. But he wanted me to make sure I asked you this. These two questions actually. Uh,
Okay,
who is your favorite top five reactors?
that's good. Um, Dwayne TV's got to be up there, without a doubt. He has to be there because, yeah, I did a little video on my channel for him as well. And of all the feedback that he gave me, he was there from day one. He's reacted to almost every song along the way. And every time he gives me criticism, but he gives me it in a way that I can take it in and improve myself. And I owe a lot of my improvement to Dwayne for that.
Nice.
Um, yeah. Mad Hatters is a good one. Mad Hatters is a good reaction channel. I fully recommend that. Um, Joe the Kid. Joe the Kid is becoming one of my favorite at the minute. Like he's really good. He's not so big. He's got like 1,000 or 2,000 or something. But he's so good. His energy is insane. Like I really like. I really like him. Uh, Five though. Gotta call my boy Jekyl out, right?
You don't have to, but hey, if I'm on there, I'm on
Yeah, and then two more. I'm gonna get shot for forgetting someone. I will get shot. This there's gonna be someone sat there like he's about to say my name, and my mind's blank.
there. And you're about to
But yeah,
crush.
like
You're about to crush
uh,
dreams because you didn't say their name.
yeah, the listener he's so fast. Every drop within 20-30 minutes, he is there. He is always there. Like I don't understand how he does it. Like he's obviously got notification bell on, but like
My
he's
notification bell's
how is it
broken.
available? How is he available to do the reaction immediately, sort of thing, every time? It's just crazy.
Yeah, and
So
I,
he's
I
got
I do want to shout him out. He is probably the hardest working reactor out there. Like he's got
yeah,
like 20, 30 drops in one day, and I'm just like, God damn. Like
yeah. I don't even know where he gets
his
his ideas from.
yeah, well, his style is not my it's not my cup of tea. The way he reacts to stuff, he doesn't really break things down very good, or sometimes not at all. But his drive and his passion for it is what keeps me tuning in. Is he's always out there supporting the underground and just pushing hard. It's unreal.
Yeah. Um,
One more.
One more. Fucking hell. Ooh. Uh, am I allowed to just search quick 10K reactions and then pick one?
Well, if you don't have a fifth one, you don't got a fifth one. I won't make you do all of that. I just
The thing is, I've got so many reaction channels that do so much for me without asking. They're always just there. They're always pushing. I can't single a few out because I feel bad. Like all the regular ones, they're just
Yeah.
like they all do so much for me. I really can't. I subscribe to everybody that's reacted to me, and I still tune in and watch them. Like it's so good.
Well,
Um,
sometimes it's hard to pick, top fives. That's why I don't do like believe in the top five lists of anybody because what one person does better, like like I'm gonna say ENC is probably by far the best at breaking shit down, hands down. He's the only one to catch both of the
who's that?
five meanings. The Reactor ENC,
Okay, I
and
don't think I
he's
know.
in Nuke or not Nuke. I'm sorry, in Impact. I put two different spots where I had five different meanings in one stanza, and he picked up both of them, no problem. He's the only reactor to do that. So, but
All
he's
right.
better at breaking shit down, whereas somebody like Madhatter is better at the energy, the love of the entire song as a whole instead of just breaking down for bars. You know what I mean? So it's hard to do a top five in my opinion.
Yeah, it is very difficult. It is very difficult.
Let's see. And his second question is there any news, if you can share any, about your signing? I don't know what he's talking about signing.
Not really at the minute, no. But yes, there is a contract between me and a very big company. Um, but yeah, it's still behind the scenes at the moment. It's
Okay. No, I
yeah,
get the legal side of everything. You can't speak too much on it. So, like, I
yeah.
didn't even
So,
know whether it was
but
a
yes, there has
signing in
been
the
a
works.
contract signed.
Nice. Congratulations on that, man. You've worked hard for it.
Thank you.
Since your I guess I want to say breakthrough song that made you go from one level to a completely higher one, like skipping 2-3 steps, was "Fuck Randolph." Have you and him ever talked about it since then? Is that
No,
all done?
no, he ignores me. He ignores me, yeah, and I know he's heard it multiple times because I've even had messages from Mini Minter and Ethan, so sidemen, two of the sidemen, saying that they physically played it to him. So
Nice.
I know that he's heard it. He's just purposely ignoring me. But them two said it was funny, so that's good.
Well, that's good. Uh, I know everyone loves rap beef and everything. Is there anyone that you're currently rap beefing with? Is there anyone that's called
Yes,
you out?
yes, there is.
Do we get to know
Uh,
names, or are you keeping that to yourself
yeah,
at the moment?
so you for the American guys that are probably watching this, they probably won't know him, but there was a trio called N Dubs in England,
Mm-hmm.
and Dappy, who is the main guy of that, has been giving me quite some shit at the minute. Um, but yeah, so there's likely to be something coming out to do with that, but it won't be till next year because obviously with this contract stuff, I have to concentrate on that. But something will come of that, and again, like the Randolph stuff, I will go over the top, and I will do mean things.
Are
So
you
yeah,
planning on going to their home state again? Diss them in their hometown?
I've got something much better in the pipeline, but I don't want to say it
Oh
until
shit!
I've got her manager to say yes. So
There you go. All right.
yeah,
Let's
but
see. Another fan question is they want me to omit the name or omit their name, and they're saying as a disclaimer, this is not accusing you of being, but it is. A lot of people have been saying that you have changed since Iconic. Is it because you're more busier than usual, or is it a different mindset completely as far as the YouTube artist pool goes? Yeah. I think you kind of answered that a little bit because you said you're busy with an album. I mean, that takes time.
so I changed since meeting Ironic. Is that what it means?
Uh, I guess that's
So
the
I
theory
have.
behind it.
So basically, this is a bit of a, let me ramble a bit here.
Yeah,
So
hey,
I
it's your interview, man.
I was very passionate about music when I was a teenager. Up until I was about 24, I was like a very hungry rapper, blah blah. But then I stopped it and concentrated on my business and blah blah blah. Life went on, kind of stopped it all. Every now and again, I was thinking, oh, I wish I was still doing it, but never really did. When my mum passed away, I struggled very, very much. I went traveling, it didn't help. My brother said to me, "Why don't you try writing a song about it? Because that's how you used to deal with stuff before." And I was like, "Yeah, all right." So I did, and then I thought, "But it's not really helped." So I recorded it, and then I sat with it for a few weeks, and then showed it to my brother, and he was like, "You need to put this out. Honestly, people will show love to it. They will help you. Like, it'll be good." And I put it out, and it did. It went semi-viral now for a first video on a brand new channel that is unheard of, really. So it ended up with nearly, well, I think it's over 200,000 views now. But it did ever so well, and there was so many people giving me support and things like this, and it was good because real people in real life around you is good when they're there, but there's also times when you want them to just leave you alone.
Yeah.
And because it's done so much for you, you feel like you can't just go, all right, now just fuck off, please. So whereas these people online, there was thousands of them messaging me all the time, seeing how I'm getting on and stuff. But if I just wanted to be left alone, I just turned my phone off.
Yeah.
And like that's it, they're gone. Like, I'm not being rude. People can see I haven't even read the message, so they're not going to be offended. And then when I come back in a couple of days and respond to them, then obviously I've got my support back again. And it was just really, really good. And yeah, so then I decided I would just start writing about my passion. Sorry, about my depression, because obviously I was suffering with really bad depression. And yeah, so I was going through the journey, and it was and then I didn't manage to get a song with Crypt. So the song I did before the song with Crypt was basically saying, "This is talking about my depression and how bad it's getting," and then it said, "This is when it turned to insanity," because I wanted to start making the happy, upbeat songs that I used to make when I was a teenager, and I couldn't just go from this. I wanted to stay true to how I was actually feeling, so I was trying to get there. So then I started dropping hints in the songs, and I was saying like things like I'm actually bouncy, or things are going to get more upbeat soon, and stuff like this, like dropping little hints that at some point I will start putting out commercial music when I get into a um yeah, started saying yeah, that basically when life starts getting better, my music will get better. And then yeah, I finally got to the point I did that wow remix that you did the lyric video for. That was kind of my introduction to it all, and that was also around the time that I started chatting with Ironic. So then we did the Paradise track, and that was kind of my breakthrough track to say, okay, I've beaten depression. I've finally got there. This is my moment.
That's
Full, happy, feel good vibes. That was kind of my song that just said, I'm finally over the depression.
that song was
Uh,
badass. I love that song. I have that on
Thank
play
you.
all the time.
Yeah, so then I just started deciding, right, okay, I don't want to go backwards and start going for the undergroundy sort of just go hard. There's too many people doing that right now. I just want to do what I like, which is just the happy upbeat stuff. I like the songs that make people just dance around, and even on the reactions, watching the reactions to them are brilliant, because normally they'll sit there nodding the head going, oh, that's a bar, that's a bar. Well, when they're listening to my music, you'll see them, they'll be dancing, they'll be smiling, they'll be laughing, and it's just like a whole different thing. And up and comers don't really tend to do that as well, so it makes me stand out as well, which is good. um, and then obviously Ironic has been mentoring me and helping me out a lot, and yeah, I've just been growing from there. It slowed down in the summer because I was thinking about stopping everything, and
Yeah,
just concentrating back on my business again.
I remember
So I was
that.
think,
I was not happy with you.
and then yeah, and then I don't even know what it was. Randomly overnight, something just changed, and I was just like, okay, let's go crazy. And I created this cipher, and then I did the She Curvy and the Hunter and things like this, and I was just like, okay. And then yeah, and then it just kind of went from there. And then yeah, I got a phone call saying, "Can you come to London?" And the rest is history.
Nice, man. It sounds like you've had a hell of a roller coaster when it comes to not just music, but music being your passion, your therapist, just something you felt you were obligated to do, to the point you ultimately wanted to quit, and then got back into passion again. And I think that's, correct me if I'm wrong, that's where what I'm getting from is that's where you're at
Yeah, yeah,
again, is it's your passion again.
yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, you just yeah. I don't know what happened. It was randomly overnight. I was back to that guy who couldn't drive down the street with the radio on or without freestyling over someone else's song. Like I was
There
back
you
to
go.
that guy again, and I was like, right, okay, it's back. It's time to get the
Nice.
pen out, and then
Yeah.
that was it. Just went from there.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're in that headspace, it is very hard, even if you've been doing this since you were 14, to to get back to writing again. It's not necessarily writer's block. It's just everything you write is about whatever is pissing you off, even if it's not has nothing to do with the song. You just start writing about that, and you start off by not writing about it, but then it just kind of curves back into the shit that you're thinking about.
Yeah,
Do you ever deal with stuff like that where you have this one thought in your head and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna not write about that. I'm gonna write about something completely separate. But then it always snakes back to it. Is that something you deal with?
not really, because since Paradise and inclusive of Paradise, my songs actually haven't really been about anything real. So I haven't been calling my ex in the middle of the night, like in the song. I haven't like, yeah, just none of it's actually true. But basically, what I do is I put myself into that mindset. So I sit there and I think, right, what can everybody relate to, but nobody's talking about? So obviously, there's many songs out there from female artists that are talking about, oh, don't answer the phone to him at 3 o'clock in the morning, or otherwise you'll only have to kick him out again, and all this lot. Well, I thought, well, no one does the song about from the guy's point of view, so I did that. And basically, what I did is I just put myself in those shoes for about 2 days. I blocked out my actual life and just made myself believe I was in that situation, and then I just wrote about it like I was actually going through it.
Right.
Um, so yeah, and it's the same with most of the songs. Like the 95% of my songs, unless I'm talking about my mum, you can almost be sure that the song isn't about anything
Okay.
real. For
Well,
example, I haven't had an erection and I haven't run around with it trying to find toilet roll during the pandemic. That didn't happen either.
I was
Sorry if
sure.
anyone's disappointed.
I would sure hope not, man. That's not. I love you, but that's not something I want to see. Well, on that topic, like I have a song coming out. It's either going to be the 30th or 31st. It's called Criminal, and it's on that point. It's of what point does what you say in a song become hypocrisy because that's not something you actually do or believe in just because you said it in a song. Is there a certain point where it becomes hypocrisy, or is it just all entertainment?
I don't know what hypocrisy means.
Uh, Being a hypocrite, basically, you say one thing but you do another. Like
Oh,
if I was to say I love smoking weed on all my songs, but at the same time I don't smoke weed.
yeah, I could be, I guess, because, for example, like I don't take drugs at all. I'm actually a nice guy. I'm actually a romantic guy as well. With like whatever lady is in my life, then they will get treated right. Yeah, I'm actually a really nice guy. I'm not your stereotypical rapper, but at the same time, I went to Mansfield and went to their football stadium and talked about how everyone from Mansfield was an inbred. So, like, obviously, like,
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. A lot of it's just for entertainment, really.
Okay. Um, do you currently charge for features?
No, and never will.
Okay. So you said earlier that you were messing with the idea before you made the leap to start doing it commercially. I didn't know if you meant by charging for features or whatever commercially meant to you.
Oh, okay. Commercial means like mainstream.
Oh, okay.
That's just, I guess, English to American translation. It's just mainstream.
Gotcha. All right, and I'm going to ask you one more question before we jump into the video. I know it's been out for a minute, but I haven't been keeping up with everybody as good as I should in the past, I'd say 4 months. I've been going through a lot of shit. If you could have your dream cipher that you put together, and you have to mix 5 mainstream with 5 underground, what would your 10-man squad be?
Okay, this is going to be easy because I answered this question literally like 18 hours ago on my story or something. It's probably still on there. So basically what I would do something very different. So everyone always goes for ciphers that are like, oh, look at me, like flex. But even if it's just lyrically flexing, it's always some sort of flex, right?
Yeah.
No matter what cipher you look at. Whether you are just showing how good you are at bars or whatever. I think it would be really good to do a cipher, but a wifey cipher.
A wifey cipher. What is a wifey
A
cipher?
a wifey cipher. So, like, for example, like there could be 5 of us, right, in a circle, and we all take it in turns having 16 bars each, rap into this girl to try and impress her,
Oh, yeah.
or talking about some love story or something like that. Just different ideas in my head here, but something very different. You know, like everyone always goes for that cipher where, look at me, I'm this, or whatever, like just look at my schemes or look at the way I write or something like this. Whereas this will be more like, look at this girl.
That's a good idea. I've yet to hear anything that comes close to that idea, so that'll be interesting. I guarantee the big dick is going to come out on probably all 5 out of 5, talking about the size of their junk.
Well, hopefully not. But yeah, and the artist that I tagged them in as well, because obviously I wrote the artist down then, so that would be Chip, Tiny Temper, Ironic, Tinchy Strider, and myself.
Okay.
So that would be the mainstream. But because the underground artists that I know don't really do love songs, maybe Conkid. He's from the fam chat, you know Conkid.
Yep, I know
Because he seems to be all loved up again, so I guess I'd pull him in if it is one of the undergrounds.
There you
go. I would say I don't know because the artists that I follow are really good, but I don't feel like they would do a love song. I don't know.
Do you know any
artists that would do a love song?
What about McGuire? Doesn't he do kind of some love songs sometimes?
McGuire, that's a good call. Yeah, McGuire. Yeah, that's a very good call. Me and him have been talking for about 8 months now, but we just haven't found the right beat.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's happening with that.
Other than McGuire, I can't think of anyone who does really lovey-dovey stuff. Maybe DIT. He does some slower pace stuff.
Yeah.
Other than
but
that,
exactly,
I don't know.
but that's what I mean. Even the people that talk about their emotions,
yeah,
they do it in a different way. It's not like this happy, hey, look at me, I'm in love, or like it's more like the depression side. Back to me at the beginning, basically, where you're more angry or you're more upset. They don't. I don't know any underground artists that go for the happy stuff, which is why I stand out, I guess.
Okay.
I guess anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if I could answer this question myself. If the topic of the cipher was impressing a chick, I couldn't answer that question.
I reckon Crypt would do it, but is he classed as underground?
I still consider him underground because he's not, mainstream record label on everybody's radio. Like anybody who's still on the YouTube circuit, I consider underground personally. But everyone got their own different views. Okay, that makes it a lot
easier then. Joey NATO, he would kill that. He'd be very good.
Okay. I'm not sure if I've ever heard anything from him, but I think he might do pretty good at it. Would be Back to Your Boy and my boy Dwayne TV. I think he'd be pretty good on it.
What, Dwayne?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I wouldn't have considered that, but yeah, possibly. Yeah. So I've managed to give you like 3 to 4 of the underground and the full 5 for the mainstream. Is that good enough?
That's good enough for federal work, man. All right, I'm gonna jump into this track that you did, and like I said, it's not brand new today. Like I usually do the red carpet when something's premiering today, but I haven't heard it yet, and I've been wanting to listen to it, so I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic and just let it play through, and then I'll ask you some questions about it afterwards.
Okay, should I mute mine as well?
If you want to, I'm just gonna mute mine so I make sure I don't make noise through it. And if I like hoop and holler or say, "Oh shit," it's not detracting from the song.
She curvy, like a swerving in my Germans. 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 What's up, babes? Let's skip the chit chat. Why don't you send me some clips on Snapchat? If I like what I see, I might even send a pic of my dick back. I wasn't ready for what she sent back. She got me begging her to let me hit that. She digging me because of my sick rats, but people look at those gonna see a mismatch. 6 to a 10 to 10 to a 6. She looking for the best. I said save your list. I got what you need if you're a bad bitch, and if you need coin, then better know I'm rich. Mind concentrated on the rise, dick concentrated on the thighs. Body's gonna got me hypnotized. The mission is to get her back to mine. I want that, but I take it to go. Don't eat that. In the comfort of my own home, she want it rough. I'ma give her the chokehold. Wanna come to my crib, I'm chilling solo. I don't know what it takes. I don't care what it costs. She don't care what I make. I'ma keep flexing because she curvy, like a swerving in my Germans. 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 If you're gonna chat, do your due diligence. When my brother's coming true, we're coming true militant. Like my girl bad, never whack it if she innocent. Man ain't stressing about the come up, cause they come up imminent. Baby girl, you got a big back. I don't rate your Air Force, but trust a brother dig that. Said she want a twerk, shake it while a brother hit that. Back so fat when I hit where it hit back. Love her eyes when she sloppy, tell her look at me. Man wanna scrap, scissor kick him like a Booker T. Might tie her to the table, pull out, make a cup of tea. Nah, I'm joking, what the fuck, do you think I'm a Muppet G? Ha, I'm the king of the back shots. Girl wanna fuck her, leave them folded like laptops. Might take a little flight, switch up my backdrop. Step into the rave, fresh kicks in a black top. Girl want the dicking, so I'm licking, then I'm hitting. Tell her girl to open up like a brother double clicking. Got her dripping, now she's stripping whilst I'm grabbing it and gripping. Man, I swear I go hard when I'm whacking and I'm spitting. Now I'm dipping in the Benz and I'm whipping. If I see a blue light, watch a brother go missing. If she ain't got a back, better know a man dismissing. Point to a back light, babe, dismissing. She curvy, like a swerving in my Germans. She curvy, like a swerving in my Germans. She curvy, like a swerving in my Germans. She curvy, like a swerving in my Germans.
Dude, I actually really enjoyed that track.
That's good. It's very different, isn't it?
Yeah. I do have one question, though.
And then you played the song of me being very
So, I do have a question, though. What does swerving in my Germans mean?
German, like in my BMW. So, like,
okay.
Swerve in the car, and you would leave, like, curvy lines, right?
Dude, that's a very creative way of saying that, because I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was like, swerving. Is he talking about swerving in his pants? Do they call pants Germans over there? I thought it was like a thing that y'all say over there in the UK that makes no sense to me. But yeah, that makes total sense. That's a smart way of saying it. Did you or Iconic make that beat, dude? Because that thing was hard as fuck.
That was made by Tailor Made Beats.
Dude, that shit pounded in my fucking headphones. Holy shit. And other than on, I believe he was on your cipher, but other than that, I have not heard of Mssiah.
Yeah, Messiah is really good. Really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out more of his stuff because he was on your cipher, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that came in straight from me.
Okay, so like, if you're allowed to say, do you guys have anything in the works to team up again? Because you guys work great together. Like your voices are just mesh well.
We're definitely building a relationship. Like I said, on Sunday he came down to my video shoot, and he arrived before I did, and he left right at the end. So, like, he stayed for the whole thing. He took loads of photos and stuff, and helped with some criticism and things like not criticism, but more like helping us make decisions on what angles and stuff to do next.
Did he help hold the video camera?
No. I had a proper camera company doing it, but
okay.
yeah, he was basically just holding my phone and taking pictures, like behind the scene pictures for me and stuff. And then he was saying, like the production company was saying things like, "Oh, what do you reckon? Maybe we should actually do this instead." And then I was like, "Okay, guys, what do you guys think?" And then like we was all just discussing it together.
Okay. Dude, that thing's bar heavy, dude. I picked up on quite a few bars that y'all had in there. That was pretty fucking good. That's probably one of my favorite songs that you've done.
What, the cipher?
No, I'm talking about the song we just listened to.
Ah, right, yeah.
But yeah, it definitely had a lot of bars in there. What? I think we touched on it a little bit before. Oh, go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
Again,
I cut you off. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, it's okay.
What was your? I think we touched on it a little bit before, but what was your inspiration for this track? Because you said that you were trying to do more of the happy-go-lucky side of 10K lately with your songs, but
because Tailor Made Beats, I've got his number and we talk a lot, but never really done anything. And then he sent me. He said, "Hey, I've got this beat bundle going, and it's got some hooks on some of them, blah blah blah." And it was something ridiculous, like 45 beats for $60 or something like this. And I was like, I'll be stupid not to, so I just bought it. And I was listening through all these beats in the car, and this one came on, and yeah, it just reminded me of a lot of very UK sort of stuff. And then I was just like freestyling to it, and I just kept going like, "She curvy," and then I was like what?
I can see 10K rolling down the street just. Not even paying attention to a car parked next to him. She curvy. I can see you doing that, man.
Oh, I do. I go crazy in the car. People stare at me and everything. But yeah, and basically I had done half the song by the time I got back, and I was just like, okay, I need to write this down. So I wrote it down. And fun fact, KSI was supposed to be on that song.
Really?
Yeah. So
what happened with that? Did it fall through?
So I spoke to KSI directly, and he said he was up for doing the track. He said he loved it, whatever. But I have to go through the management company. He sent me the details. The guy came back and said something ridiculous, like I can't remember exactly, but I think it was about 15 grand. And I was like,
dang,
yeah, I can't do that. And then I started knocking him down a bit and stuff, and then it got to the point where we was now less than 10 grand, but he was saying that there wouldn't be any like promotion on his side if we're going to go less than 10. And I was like, well, I'm not going to pay that sort of money and no one hear it. So
yeah, that's just ridiculous. If you're going to shell out 10K, no pun intended. You're gonna shell out $10K for something. You want some sort of return on your investment at that point. I mean, damn. Even at $1,000, you want return on invest. $100.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Damn.
yeah. So obviously I just left it, and then
Did
I
you?
sat on it for ages as well, and then I was just going through some of Messiah's stuff, and he's got a song that's very similar, like not the style, but the way he talks about a woman is the same, and I was like, that is what I need on this song, because obviously I'd just been sat there for ages with an open verse, and I tried writing a second verse, but I just couldn't compete with the first verse that I'd already written.
Yeah.
Because obviously that came fluently and in the moment, whereas now it was starting to be a bit forced, and I didn't want to ruin the song. So I was like, I need someone else to get on this. Yeah, and he came with it and smashed it.
Yeah, he fucking obliterated his verse. He did a great job on that. So shout out to Messiah. That was awesome. Now
Yeah,
when you bought this this beat pack or bundle or whatever it is, does that go to a bunch of people, or do you have the exclusive license once you bought it?
yeah, it had gone to loads of people, but it is unlimited license as well, which is why it was so insane.
Nice. Well, he definitely makes damn good beats, so I might have to look into buying some of his beats, but right now, monetarily is not a good situation. So, what was your...
At the most, before I hit the 1,000 sub mark, like, I was literally buying songs outright and unlimited, and there was just no point because I wasn't going to get anything anyway. Mm-hmm. So I may as well have bought the cheap leases each time, but I just didn't. And now I've got all these beats that I can't reuse because I've already got a song of it, and people will be like, why have you done it? That I've spent a fortune on, and I can't do anything with it, so it just don't make sense.
Yeah, when I find my beats, I generally go on YouTube and I look for the beats that say, you know, they're free to use for non-commercial, because I don't monetize any of my stuff, and so to spend a whole ridiculous amount of money on a beat is insane to me because I'm not going to get anything back. Like I buy beats exclusively through Battle Beats. Like I don't go through anyone else to make my beats and buy them from them. He's my guy. If I need a specific beat, I'll go through him if I can't find anything I like on YouTube. Do you still get in contact with him, or?
Yeah, we still talk. He's got a new deal out now, which is even better.
What do you mean new deal? Like a podcast or something?
Oh, this is this Battle Beats now? Sorry.
Yeah, Battle Beats.
Yeah. So he asked me a question on my story yesterday, saying, "Can he get a beat on my album?" And I said, "We can definitely sort something out." But like, I've been to his house, he's been to my house. Like, we was getting really close, but then he started going more down the lo-fi sort of route, and we kind of like dropped off contact quite a bit. And it's a bit sad, really, because he's only like an hour or so away from me as well, and we did get on really well. So I don't really know what happened there. It's just one of them things, you know, where it just kind of drops off without you realising, and then you look back and you think, shit.
Yeah, like there's quite a few times where I thought me and you were in that same spot where it's like I haven't heard from 10 in like 5 months, or whatever it is. I'm like, I hope he ain't mad at me about something. So I hit you up, and you're like, "No, dude, I'm just busy. You're busy. Everybody busy." Or you point out the fact that you did message me, and I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
With the track we just watched, what was like? How was your approach different than say like "Girl Got Shagged" or even "Paradise"? A "Girl Got Shagged" is still hands down the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Which one is?
No, "Girl Got Shagged."
Oh,
hands down funniest thing you've ever put out, man.
Yeah, so "Girl Got Shagged" did play a little bit in it because I decided that I wanted. So because obviously I did the chorus first because that just came to me, and then I was like, what angle am I going to take on the verse? And then I thought, what about a serious version of "Girl Got Shagged"? So like, instead of taking the piss out of myself about it, talk about it. But that's why, like, even in my verse though, I still make sure that I mention a few things that wouldn't be in a normal song like that. So like when I say 6 to a 10 to 10 to a 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obviously saying like she's a 10 and I'm a 6, but if you're looking for your best, then you better save your list. So I'm still like making sure I make a few little hints in there that obviously I don't actually think I'm like this. Do you know what I mean?
Well, hey, you got my mom on your fucking on her list apparently. So why don't you ever do any videos with him anymore? It's like, really? It's like you don't care about your son on there. You just want to look at 10K.
To keep it going.
Well, there you go. I'll let her know. She'll be excited. Let's see. Is your focus from this point forward, since you've been putting out a lot of songs like this, like the funny side of everything or the bright side, is this going to be more of your focus going forward? Are you going to be on this vibe or back to serious or mix it up? Or what's the future hold for vibe?
I can literally give you a running of the next 2 years of exactly what's going to happen.
Oh shit! You already got this mapped out.
Okay, so there's going to be an album dropping in June. It's a 16-track album. It's going to be called Assembling the Deck. The cover is going to be the 10 and king of each of the suits of the cards. So it'll say 10K, 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 10K when it's fanned out. Then the album's going to be spaced out into the King of Hearts, and there'll be 4 songs from the heart. So there'll be a love song, a heartbreak song, a song probably dedicated to my mum, and one probably dedicated to my kids. Then there'll be the King of Clubs, and then it'll be obviously all club songs, and then 4 of them, and then there'll be the King of Diamonds, and it'll be 4 flex songs, and it'll be King of Spades, and it'll be like murder the beat, lyrical, hard hitting, like burying body in the beat sort of thing. Then to follow that up, then there's going to be 4 EPs by Christmas. So obviously pretty much one a month here and there. Of just the King of Hearts EP, the King of Clubs EP, the King of Spades EP, blah 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 blah. Then the year after, you're gonna get an EP called the Jack of All Trades, and it's gonna be a 5-song EP, and each song I'm going to be rapping in a different language.
Oh shit!
So there'll be an English one, a Russian one, a Spanish one, an Italian one, and if I can find someone to help me, I want to do a Korean one, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. So we'll see. But yeah, then there's going to be the
4 more languages than I speak. That's for fucking sure.
And then it's going to be followed up with the Jack of All Raves, and it's going to be like what you'd hear. I don't know what you guys have the equivalent of, but we have Ibiza and Magaluf, etc. Yeah, and that's going to follow from that. And
like rave party songs?
It's like happy hardcore.
Oh, so it's not like the techno trance type thing that most raves have playing?
Yeah, and then at some point randomly in between those, you will get the Joker card EP and the red one. So you get a black one and a red one for the 2 Jokers, and they'll just be EPs of really funny songs.
Nice.
So you'll never be more than 2 months away from a drop from June. And there is going to be a lot of music coming.
That deck of cards idea is fucking genius, man. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking about it. It's like, god damn, that's actually very fucking smart.
Yeah. So I've gone through it all, and then obviously I can just keep it going forever. Really, there's a million card references you can make, so I'll just keep it going.
That's a fucking awesome idea. When your album gets closer to dropping and people pre-order, do we get a autographed 10K?
I don't think anyone's gonna want that.
Fuck, I want that. God damn it.
Yeah, I'll just do it for you.
Oh,
you don't need to be able to buy that.
I feel special now. So you're just doing the digital download. You're not doing hard copy.
No, there'll be everything.
Oh, okay.
There'll be merch. There'll be hard copies. There'll be digital. There'll be basically just anything you'll see from a mainstream artist. That's what you'll see from me.
That's awesome because like old fuckers like me, I still like to have the feel of the the actual CD.
Do you want it on vinyl? Is that what it is?
I don't know about vinyl. I ain't quite that old. Fucker. um, okay, and I guess my last question, unless anybody else has any questions, which I'm not seeing any come in at the moment, is Arizona Grand Canyon. Is that still a thing or not happening?
Well, it's all paid for, so it should happen. But at the minute, no one from the UK is allowed to fly to US. Otherwise, they've already been there and done it.
Oh, damn, I didn't know we were restricting travel from the UK.
Yeah.
Like, I must not be up on my policies. Is there a reason for that, or is that all international flights canceled into the U.S.?
It started in like March or something. It's just never lifted.
Damn, that sucks. Well, no matter what happens or when it happens, we're definitely meeting up when you do come to Arizona, because that's Grand Canyon's only like 6 hours away or something like that. So I'm definitely meeting up with you. All right, man. Do you have anything else you want to put out there that I haven't asked about, or I mean, it's your interview. So if you want to bring up something that people might not know or you want them to know,
I think I've already said too much. To be fair, I might be in some trouble if someone comes up.
All right, man. Well, I do appreciate you taking your time out to do this. I know it was kind of last minute. Hey, I want to do a red carpet with you, and you're like, how about tomorrow? I'm like, okay. So it just kind of worked out that neither of us had anything going on right now. Yeah. I appreciate you taking your time, answering a bunch of crazy questions, and I learned a lot about what you've been up to, because it's like I said, I haven't really been around much. I've been stuck in my head with a lot of stuff, so I haven't been keeping up with a lot of people. So for that, I apologize, but I'm glad we took this time to sit down, and I got a chance to catch up on what 10K is up to, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
And I'm just gonna put in a quick plug that if anybody wants to be on the red carpet and do these type of interviews, whether you have something that you're putting out and it's coming out soon, or if it's something you put out before and I might not have watched it, let me know. Hit my DMs and we'll figure something out, because I like to get people on the red carpet, give them their hour segments, so that way they can do like 10K did here and just put out information that people might need to know or want to know. But thank you again, 10K. I appreciate you. I'm going to wrap this up, and have a beautiful day, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Hey, your next track that you drop, I'm definitely going to be doing a reaction to it now that my reaction channel is back in full swing. Sorry I haven't gotten to a lot of the ones I said I was going to get to. It was right in the the height of my depression, I guess you want to call it. But I will get you on the next one. I promise that.
Awesome. I'll look forward to it.
All right, bro. You have a good day.
And you. Thank you. Bye.